Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I did go out yesterday and I did bring home some things but I'm going to show you what I got, some of it, and then after that we're going to do a bit of work with what I bought. Now I wanted to go up there and buy things that I'd seen there in the summertime. You know, I wasn't thinking it's going to be winter time and they've only got winter things, so the only things I could get were these two pieces, and you'll understand in a minute what I'm going to do, I hope. Well, I've got to work that out myself. So I think I paid $3 for this little jacket, okay, and I paid nothing for this because it actually has $5 on it, but because it was all dirty around the cuffs, she gave it to me, so that was good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this for a recycle thing, because I wanted to do some recycling. Now, excuse me, in the past I have got a really nice piece of work that I'm still doing, sitting over here in a box somewhere where I can't see it now to show you, but it was a little top or something that I bought, a child's top, because if you've got an adult piece of a garment, it takes a lot of you've got a lot of stuff left over, you know. So this has got a nice spot on it. The fabric's nice, it's a bit wrinkly, it's not but look what I've got here in the way of buttons. I'm going to show you what I can get off this anyway to use, because I think people, you know, can benefit from this, because there's a lot of people out there haven't got all the bits and pieces that I have or other people have got, isn't there? That's a bit dark, that doesn't look good. I'm not going to use my mat because I've got it over there with stuff on it to show you in a minute. So there's a nice one. Look at them, they're nice milky ones, really nice milk. And here's a small one up on the side here of the thing. You can cut this tag off that they've got there. $5 I think is a little bit rude, but anyway, everything. It's really weird, you know. We want to recycle the stuff and reuse it, but it's sometimes hard to you know, to be affording these things if you want to get them. But I spend probably between $10 maybe when I go up, $10 and $15 when I go up there sometimes, and that's not a bad thing. Now it's got a pocket on it, and the pocket's a bit wrinkly, but I'm gonna iron that. I'll get my trusty hair straightener under that. It's on the cart behind me, isn't it? So we'll cut off these buttons here. So this was free, so that was good. So if, you know, they have they do throw a lot out, send a lot away if they've got anything wrong with them. But look at what's on here, you know, for things that's got something wrong with them. That's pretty good, isn't it? Now it's 9:45. I've got to make sure I don't go over with this. One nice lady said to me, the only thing wrong with my videos is they're not long enough. I don't know about that. People probably think it's sick of me. I do spend about between 40 and 50 minutes maybe, I suppose, on some of them. I can't make them any longer than 50. My camera won't allow that, and that's okay, because when I first started, I didn't know I was going to put in 15 minutes years ago, and now I can just go on with it, you know, what I need to do. So we've got all those. There's probably one on the inside. There is two on the inside. These are for later if you lose one off the front. So there's another one, and these are really pretty, aren't they? And I'm going to, not now, well today, I'm going to start a new plan for my buttons, but it's only going to be from today. I'm not going to go back and fix the other lot, because I don't think I could do that. But I've decided that I'm just going to tie them together. I'll just put a piece of string through all these. They're the same. But then you've got to get that off, don't you? Maybe I'll just put them in little packets. Maybe that's a good idea. Some little packets of buttons would be all right, wouldn't it? So we've got 3 of the little tiny ones, which are really good. Beautiful buttons. And see, you pay a fair bit of money now for buttons for some reason. They're really expensive. Well, maybe I don't think people use them as much as they did, I don't know. In craft we do though, don't we? Yeah, there we go, look at that. I've got all those little buttons off this. Now, I'm going to use the buttonholes too. See that panel there with buttonholes? Pretty cool. So I'll use these scissors. I hope they're good ones. I'll start from here. I wonder if I can tear it. Let's see if we can tear it. And if we do, we're going to know if it's cut straight or not the first part. Probably wasn't, because it's gone in behind the button. So obviously that was not straight. But it's good. It's good to use. So I'm going to use those buttonholes. We can do slow stitching. I want to make some covers. I'm going to add to some covers that I've got of some journals that I've made, or small ones. They're not big journals, so I'm going to have that bit. I'm not going to use the cuffs because they are grotty. I don't want to do that. She said I could take it home and wash it, but I don't know. Might need scrubbing. I think it's past being washed. But there's a buttonhole here, and I can cut that off. See, here we go. You can use that to put a string through or something. We'll find an idea, don't worry. Here's another one on this side, of course. That's what helps them, have more than tie up your clothes properly. That one. Now I'm going to take, I'll use some of the fabric, and mostly I use the back. I'm going to see what I can do. There's these little tags here, more buttons. Wow, that's cool. Come undone. No, that's been stitched onto that just to hold it down, so I'm going to cut that off. I'll take the little tag off too. I'll have that. Pretty cool. Must be another one. Oh no, that's in the middle, so that's all right. Now, the collar. Can I do anything with the collar? Indefinite need of pressing, and I think it'll look good then. That's a bit... They got a lot of wear out of this shirt, they did. I don't think I'll have that bit because I don't like the look of it. Maybe it's that dirty or not. I'm going to get the fabric off the back of it. Maybe that'll... Oh, yeah, hang on a minute. I need my seams first. Definitely need your seams. I'm going to start over here and tear the seams. But see, that's not going up straight either because of the... But see, that's how they have to cut it out, I suppose, to make the shape of the shirt, I guess. Well, I know. That one I only just got that, look. I just got it. Look at that, isn't that cool? Rightio. And that bit in the end, that's neat. See, even though I started tearing away from that, it still went right into to this part. But see, this is a bit of trim. Even if it's not perfectly done, it's still a bit of trim. I like the piece on the bottom too. I'll have a bit of that. Wait a minute, I better cut it a bit further up. It's not going to tear there. Okay, this way. Have another go. Oh, it's gone right down to the bottom too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We've just made one of those now. This part here I like. I probably would have just been better off just to cut that. See, this is really good to go in your snippets or things like that. It really is. Just the thing to use, isn't it? In your snippets and that. See? So if you haven't got anything or a lot of stuff that you think you want to use in your snippets or your journals or anything, go and buy a shirt. Go and buy a shirt. Get the shirt out of the cupboard. So I've got that nice piece. Oh, I like it. Now, there's lots on here to get off, isn't there? Now, this has got... Oh, the pocket. I want the pocket. Might have to cut around the pocket to get it. I'm using pieces off here now forever. I haven't done a lot of this in a while. Oops. Sorry. I haven't done a lot of this in a while because I've often used to go and do this, get me, leave enough up the back here in case you want to put it onto something and actually put a decoration on it or something. So you want your pocket to be cut out a lot better than Sonya just did. I just cut that out there straight so I won't be too upset by it. But see, if you've got a tag or a page in a book, and you've got a page in a book, we have to fix that first. And we've got our pockets. See, that's good. I like the pockets. I'm not sure about this side bit, what I'll do with that yet. That's where the buttons were. And that's not too bad. That is not too bad. We'll definitely have to do some pressing, won't we? There'll have to be pressing going on. There's nothing else for it. Now we've got this piece. We've got a lot of fabric on here. A lot of fabric on here. Tear it that way. Alright. So we've got that one. And I'm going to cut the bottom one off this. I'm not going to tear it because I want the look of the seam on there, okay? You can use this up the side of your pages, you know, put that on the journal page. I've got a little journal here that I want to do something for the cover yet. I haven't quite finished the inside, but I can just show you the idea. You know, if you got that, you could just put it on your page like so. Turn it over the other side. And then on the other side you could make a different sort of trim. But you could embroider along that first anyway, couldn't you? Do some slow stitching up along there. And that'd look really cool. Now, more pieces. I'll fold these up. They're going to have to be pressed, of course, before I use them. Like I said, this is not actually dirty, it was just stained, so... But anyway, if anything's got to be put into stuff, I just get... Oh no, this has got stuff on it. Look at that. My goodness me, this person must have been a bit messy. There's a bit of stain there. Hubby just puts them in the washing machine for me if I need to. Yeah, so I'm going to tear that off. There's a stain there, so I'm going to tear it off here. Was that on the front panel? It might have been. Is that where the part is? Which bit have I got? I got the right bit. Oh dear, can't see now for looking. Sonya, I'm sorry I can't see what I'm doing now. Oh dear. Was it all in my mind? There it is. There it is. Look at it, Sonya, don't take your eyes off it. Here we go. No, that bit, for this bit in the bin. And see, then I've got all these little bits I can use on snippets or tags or whatever you want to do with them. It must have been, it was the front. And here's another, where's the back of it? Oh, hang on, I've got the other front here. Have I got this piece? It's not too bad. I'll keep that all in one bit. No, I won't. I'll take this bit off because I won't use this bit. And I'll cut this bottom piece off. Another side piece for the panel in your page in your book. And then we've got a little bit of fabric there. Nice clean piece, very good. Now we should be left with the back, although, yes we are. We're left with the back piece. I'll just tear that off there. I truly love this shirt. It really was. Right, we're nearly there. Just checking to make sure that it's okay. Definitely does need an iron. Definitely can use that iron on it. There's a bit there, there's a bit khaki. I'm going to tear that off. Don't believe they put this in the shop for $5. It's all right for me because I got it for nothing. Whoops, now that's not good. The book fell on my foot. I was only leaning up against the side of the table. It's okay, I'm good. I saved myself. Nobody panic. Right, so now I've got this piece. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I can do with all this in a minute, okay? Because I want you to see what you can make out of a bit of trash. Well, trashy sort of things, anyway. Anyway, I've showed you in the past. I do like that. I don't know if I need to cut that. I feel like I've got too much stuff now. I feel like I've got too much of it. I will what else is here? The sleeves. Now, I might not use the sleeves because the sleeves have had a good... They've been a good wearing thing. So now I can put that in the bin. Safely say that they can now go to the garbage bin. Just have a mouthful of me drink. I got a little bit of lemon, lime and something in this today in me drink because the water's starting to get, you get sick of water. So I added a bit of cordial stuff. And it helps quench your thirst a bit better, I think. Okay, so now we've got all that. I haven't even done this one yet. Let's leave that one, because otherwise we're not going to have time to make anything out of this. So we'll start out with the easiest thing first. What do you reckon? I will start out with the easiest thing to do first. Now I've torn that along there and it's frayed really amazing. So I'm going to tear another piece about that wide, which is a bit over an inch. Been a good inch or more. I'll tear that off. At least you know when you've torn it that you're going to get a straight edge anyway. Like, because what I want to do now, I feel this is too long, these frilly bits here. I might trim them off. I'll move this over a tiny bit. I'll trim these off because I'm going to sew about across these. So I don't want to be tangled up in all these bits here. So I'll trim that off because I like the frill on the other side better. And we make a flower, can't we? We can make a flower now with this bit. Okay, so that's pretty basic, isn't it? We can see how that's done. It's been done lots of times before, so we'll just have a go at this one, just to show you the stuff that you can get from one piece of clothing. Well, you could get a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to be able to do a lot. I'll do as many as I can, I suppose. I can do as many as I can. Okay. And if you got something floral too, that would work, but you're probably limited. Just depends what you want to put it on, because I'm, me, I like to have, start off with a pretty basic plain piece at the base of things. Now I'm just putting straight stitches along here to start with. And then I'm going to gather it up because I want to make sure that I get the right length. Okay, now I'm going to use this side for the top. I like to have a bit to turn over, because if you do it across the edge of it, it could fray undone, and I might have went a bit overboard with what I turned up, but it doesn't matter. Better to have too much than not enough, isn't it? See, so we keep going with this a bit longer. So we'd get a few flowers out of this, won't we? If you want to make flowers out of it, you'll get a few really nice little flowers. Maybe a tiny bit more. You've got to have the end bit. Now let's see how long that is. Just for the sake of next time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. a bit over 10 centimetres, I suppose you would say. Now this is, cut this here. And it's ended up being a bit over half an inch wide, a bit more than a centimetre as well, a bit more than that and a bit more than this. Now I don't know whether I want that bit inside. I don't think I do. I think I might leave it, I don't actually mind that. I don't know which one to have it. I think I might leave it that way. Will I? Oh, I can't decide. So make sure you put your two right sides together, the pieces that you want to come out on top. Pull up that, of course, and just put your stitch in. Actually, I'm going to catch the first bit of the other piece. So I'm going to go through and get that piece first. Right. So I've got that. A minute. And then I'm going to draw it up, because that way I know I've got it through the right place. I should have left the frill a bit on that, but I can easily frill that back, because this is very, very frayy, I suppose, when you do it. So we'll see how we go. And you're just going to stitch up this way. Where am I coming out at there? Hope you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Right. Anyway, the lady in Vinnie's told me to come back next week, and she was going to get out some little clothes. But I don't know if I want that many. I just wanted to. I just asked her if she knew where they were, because they'd probably be ready to put them out soon, surely. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Now that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? There's one flower. I'm thinking about putting a button in that. And you can put your button in there. And the thing that I will do now to make it so it's... Where's your thread, Sonia? What'd you do with that? Oh, here. Rightio. Should be just about here somewhere. Bit of thread. I'm going to actually sew the button on with a nice colour thread, which you could do that, see. So if you... to give it a little bit of a lift, you know, so it'll be... Right, so I have all my needles in me... Oh, in this thing. I have all my needles in here. I'm doing this other bit of work after. Another video, that one is. Oh, it's stuff everywhere, people. It's so much fun, though, isn't it? Just absolute fun. Right. Oh. Right. I'm just hoping that this is going to... Well, it is going to look a lot better than just having just the pink. You need your colour on there. Oh, the back, the piece on the back. Piece on the back. I need to put a little bit of white. Not actually white, but a little bit of felt on the back of it, okay? To hold that on, to hold it like that so it'll look nice. And then you can glue that onto your next thing, okay? So I'm going to put this on here. Whether it's going to stick to tomorrow or not, I don't know. Actually, what I should have did was wait until I sewed the button on first. I'm going to... But what I could do with the button is put the cotton through it, not actually have it sewed onto there, just glue it on later. So you didn't need a knot. I don't need a knot, because I'm going to do a... I'll go that way, And back through this way. Back through there again. Another go. Fill it right up with thread. Make sure, you want to be able to see what's happening, don't you? Hubby's out the back fairly working away, getting ready for the spring. He's out there doing stuff flat out. He's moving things and making more garden space and doing his lawn. And he actually went and put a bit of fertiliser on because he had a bit left over from something, so he put it on the thing out the front, and I don't like that at all. I'm going to put... actually, I'll just pull it through, should be right. Pull it back through there. Too many hands here in the road. I can't do that, I'm going to have to lift it off. Get the whole thing, because you gathered it up too much, Sonya. You went too far, didn't you? I'm going to put it on there. Should be able to stick now because that glue's right. Should be able to get it on there now. Put the green in the middle. That looks pretty, doesn't it? You can put another colour, make up another colour. I'm going to just use it on this top bit for a start. I'll pick that up there. Save me going through the other thing. Well, you can use other colour buttons. You might have different colour buttons. You might have bought two outfits or something, so you can mix and match them. But I do like that. I definitely do like that. It's just a little bit hard going through the glue. Come on, I can do this. I know I can. Right. That back the other way. Rightio. Very good. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Hey, that's really nice, that is. I might have another go through, eh? One more go through. Push it through, use the table. Yeah, one, just to make it a little bit thicker so you can see it. But I think you can, and if you don't want something too gaudy, it's nice to do that. And I think that looks really good. There's one thing. Anyway, you'll be able to make more than one flower with all this, that you've got here. Now, we got those little things. I'll put this lid on here first. One flower. Now, I'll do a belly band. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Nice little belly band. But I thought about, well, let's have a look and see what I can do with that. It's going to be a lot of pink, isn't it? So maybe we should have got two colours, but we can add it with things that we've got anyway. Add things onto it. Let's just do a flower first. Done these heaps of times. I've got them all over the place. I put them on my work all the time. These, when I was doing a lot of sewing, I got them in me. Actually, there's some of it in me book. I have an inspiration book up there, and I've made these flowers by rolling up this part here. Roseanne did one of these the other day, and that just brought back to mind, about doing it. So I don't think I'll put the glue on it. I've got this here. Where are you? Needle and thread, and I'm going to try and sew it at the same time. So I've got a piece of the that part there would probably look all right on the inside, wouldn't it? I roll it round like that. And then you sort it out when you get it done, and it makes a nice rose or something, or whatever sort of flower you want to do with it. Good centre it is for something. And put my stitch through there. I hope I got a knot in this thing. I haven't. All right. Yankee. Alright. I need to make that reasonably tight around there, so I've got to get hold of all these bits, so I'm going to go through it like that. So I've got hold of all them bits down the bottom, okay? Now, we can push it down and spread it out and turn it into a flatter flower. Just push it down and do that with it. If you're putting it onto something, it'll make it a lot easier if you've got something for it to go onto. Because it's very dimensional, and that's fine. You could use it on your covers or anything on the side of, you know, put it on anything really. Books or something, your journals, whatever. It's just a matter of just manoeuvring it round, you know, making a sculpture out of it, you might say. Hey, it's a sculpture, isn't it? Of a flower thingy. Right, now, what can I put it on to show you what it's going to look like? Well, I could have put it in that, I suppose, on here. But then you can't see that very good, can you? I don't think this is... It's not big enough to go in that. But it could do if you had another piece of fabric around in there and you set that in the middle. It'll work really good. Let's try it. I want to show you. I don't want to just say it's going to work because I really want to show you that it will. Okay. Now I've got a bit of calico. Should I use that? Or a little bit of lace? Should I put around that a bit of lace? I've got the most delicious bag of lacing sitting next to me. Excuse me. Where'd he go? He's on the end of that. So that'll look good on round there? Yes, it will. Is it going to be wide enough? Yes, it is. I'm just going to go and hope that I've got that the right length. Just chop that off. I hope it's the right length. Still want to get a few more bits done before my time is up, so I hope I can. Before the time runs out. I think I want that lace to be a bit brighter than that. I think I need something a bit more out there. What do you reckon? What else have I got? Bit more colourful. Something a bit more colourful. I might even use a bit of this. I wonder how that'll look behind it. Pretty good. Oh, I love the colour. I've got more of this somewhere. Okay, I'm going to tear a bit off because I'm not going to actually turn it up. It'll make it too bulky. Just be careful when I'm gathering up that I don't... Hard work that, isn't it? I know. Yeah. Now I'm just going to make this bit. Oh, this is a good colour, isn't it? Yeah, nice colour. Goes really good with that. With the ones, the colours that I've got there. Excuse me, my English is bad today. I have got that much going around in my brain about what I'm thinking about what I'm going to do next with this, because I really want to show you a bit more than what I've just done. But I'd like to finish it because I don't want you to see that it's not possible. You just grab a piece of fabric if you've got anything to put in the middle of a flower, like we would have maybe made one of those. Okay, you could have made one of those, put a different piece in there, like I'm doing here now. I'm putting and it's really frilly up because you want it to be nice and frilly. I'm using this but you know, people, if you go and collect up a few things each week, you could just spend $5 or something, or $10 in gathering up some bits and pieces, and then you'll have enough to do all this stuff with. You know, you can do your slow stitch, and you can buy cottons and things at the thrift shops. If you can't get to the thrift shops, I feel bad for you. Ours are getting really dear anyway, you know. They're too expensive sometimes. It's ridiculous how much they cost. I'm sort of kind of getting a bit sick of people too up the street. They're getting really rude, some of these people. I was in Kansas yesterday because I wanted to have a look at some things, and there was nobody serving much. And this woman had put all this. I said, there's lots of stuff here on the floor. I said, somebody must have left it there. I'm doing that. She said, I'm moving things. I said, oh. I said it wasn't easy to get through. And she was, I don't know what she said, but it was really rude. Like tough luck or something, was pretty much what she said to me. And I thought, well, that's nice, you know, and ah dear. There's two ladies up there and they are the nastiest old people, and I don't understand why. When I say old people, I suppose I shouldn't put it in that category. I should say old ladies. They are really nasty old ladies. And I woke up this morning and I thought to myself, they shouldn't be so rude. It's just not good, is it? Because I felt so bad. I just left. I just went out of there because one of them did come over and she said, I'm sorry. She said, I didn't mean to. I thought, well, you must. I didn't say anything to her. She knew how bad she sounded, obviously. She come to apologise to me. And that's not good. Fancy being so nasty to somebody that you've got to go and apologise to them after. And she's supposed to be working in there for charity, doing, you know, but some people, for some reason, think that them places are their own. You know what I mean? And they think that, and I don't know what if their customer service is like that, they wouldn't last very long, would they? Yeah, so I was not happy about that. I thought, geez, you people, what is wrong with you? Why you speak like that? It's just not good at all. And then there's others there that are so nice, you know, they can't help you enough, you know. I mean, I didn't need help. She said, how did you get in here? You know, that was what it was. She said, how did you get in here? She yelled at me. I said, oh, I just manoeuvred. You know, she was nasty. That's why she apologised. She said, I'm sorry. She said, I didn't mean anything by that. I thought, well, you probably did. And you told about it later. I don't know. Anyway. So there's that. Now I think that looks really good, doesn't it? I don't know if I told you, I did have to apologise to the poor boy in Woolworths last week, I think it was, because he wasn't. I wanted him to cut some meat for me, you know, in the deli. I said, oh, hang on. He said he didn't have any cut, and I said, well, can you cut some? And he said, no. He said, I'm not allowed. And I said, well, what are you doing working here then? I probably shouldn't have said that. But then he told me later that he wasn't old enough to use the cutting thing. They was going to teach him in 3 days. I might have told you that story, I don't know. And then I said to him after, I said, geez, I'm sorry. I said, I didn't mean anything by that when I said to you, why can't you do it? Because I thought that was a strange thing. Why would you work in it if you didn't know what you were doing? But anyway, so I suppose we all do say things when we shouldn't do. And that's pretty, isn't it? I do like that as well. And that goes with that. And that's going to turn out really nice. So there's some things that I've used off that. There's that and them there. So now, on the pocket, where is the pocket? I needed to straighten that pocket before I use it, which I don't know if I got time to do that. Where's something else here? That's got stains all down these buttons now. I could use the other side though, couldn't I? Because I knew we could use this for the side, put up the side of your page in your journal. You could. Because you've got all these bits. Look. They'll have lots of bits. Look at all that. It's all happening, isn't it? There's lots of bits. Now, I might actually put it on, can I put on one of these ones I'm doing here? What have I got? Don't know if it'll look right on that one I'm making. It might be too heavy. Might work. Let's see, have a look. It helps your pages, you know, because it really does. But you can't use both sides, Sonia, because it's messy. Or just go past the messy bit. Where's the messy bit? There. Oh, okay, so that'll work, will it? I'm having a terrible time worrying about the messy part, aren't I? I think I'd like a couple of buttonholes on that, and that's where it starts, the messy bit. Okay, so that's good. We'll cut that off there. And there. I hope I'm still in the shot, which I'm not. Righto, now I can get all... I don't know if whatever you buy will have all these frilly bits on it. It could do. It might not. But anyway, so it still adds to the texture of the thing, doesn't it, really? And we can just stick that on the page. But we might have to do a little bit of stitching on it or something. What do you reckon? We don't want to just have it just ordinary. We have to undo this bit. Undo that all up there. Oh, there we go. Look. And we can put that on like that. And that's not going to fit over there very far. So I don't know whether I'd do it that way. Maybe this way. Might have to take it further, take some more off. Get a bit more off, hang on. See where it comes apart. Okay. I did have a quick unpick there somewhere. I've got more than one because I do a lot of that, but I've probably been using it a bit. Sometimes the things will come undone really easy for you and sometimes they won't, so we just have to do the best we can. You know what's balking me? The buttonhole. Because it's sewn with them tiny little stitches, it's stopping me from getting past there to take that off. Right. So that didn't go to plan really well, did it? Okay, I just wanted to make it so it's not so thick. Let me see here. Will it be too heavy, I wonder? I like that. I might just cut off the edge bit. I might just cut it back. Righto, we'll see how we go. Chop this bit off. Let's see if it makes a bit of a difference. Doesn't matter if the holes are still there. We could use them for something, couldn't we? We might use the holes for something. You know, you could put a little tie in it or something. We'll see what we're going to do. Rightio. And then you can trim up the other side if you want to. This bit here. I'll just cut this off. I think I'll cut this off. I might have to come back and show you some more stuff for this because I don't want to run out of time. And I think I might have I'm getting close to it and I nearly said I swear. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to do part 2. I mean, you might not be interested, but if you want to come back and watch another bit, you can come back to part 2, what else I'm going to do, because I've got that other little thing there as well. And I'm going to do this part 2 bit, okay? So I'll be back after. Look, I've got this piece here too that I can use because this is from a piece of a little dress. And I'm going to use that as well. So I'll be back, okay? Stay safe. Thumbs up for me. Write a little note if you want to. Oh, you can put a little donation if you like. What else am I supposed to say? That's all. Thank you for watching. I'll be back after. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.